Hey, this is BugPowderDust. Thank you for joining me for my brand new series, which is, as of yet, unnamed. I'm waiting for inspiration, and maybe I'll base it on the type of character that we get. We shall see. If you've jumped in here wondering what's happened to the Frozen series, then please do watch the last episode of Frozen, which I recorded, and it explains what's happened and why we're starting a new series. I'm not going to dwell on that. You can find it, if I remember, I'll link it in the description. Otherwise, just check out my playlists and it's there. However, we are doing a new mechanics start today, and hopefully this series will last a bit longer than the last one. It's going to go with new colony. We're going to go with Mechanita. I'm not going to change it, keep it all standard. Very excited about this because the Mechanita is a really interesting start. I do like the little bots running around. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So we start with some good items here. We can basically build 5 bots off the bat. So we have the basic subcores, which is awesome. But the downside is we only start with 1 person. So that's all fine. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. I'm going to go with Cassandra this time because we've done Randy the last 2 runs. Losing is fun, as always, and reload any time because I need to be able to do that. So let's go with that and go with next. Go for the seed now. I have a seed that I have checked out previously which looks really good, so bear with me, just load it up. Okay, that's been set up to my liking. We've increased these by a notch and we've gone on to population Crowdy because I like Crowdy, I think it's great. I've added Rough Outlander and Pirate Gang just to kind of round out the cast of characters. We're going to click on generate. Okay, so the spot I had in mind, I said I've scouted this out before and I think this will make a really interesting playthrough. Now it does randomise where the sort of these towns are when you generate it. So I'm actually quite lucky here. I've got 2 friendlies here. Now I think I start here. Yeah, this looks about right. Quite a nice seed, quite a nice hex as well. A couple of friendlies nearby. Got some baddies to hit within a reasonable distance, which is great. And it's got sandstone and granite. It's all the good stuff you expect from Temperate Forest. So let's go. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to increase the size just up 1 to medium. Let's check out the factions quickly. Any great names here? Not really. Got a couple I can't pronounce, as always. The Violence Company, outstanding, and the Pollution Crew, of course. Let's click on next. So now, ideology. I'm going to get this set up, and then I'll go over what ideology we've gone with. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you very, very much to Zap Crackle Pop, who is a regular contributor to the Discord channel and also to comments. Like me, he's not a huge fan of ideology, however, he sees the value in it. So he's set out for me some ideas here, which is very much appreciated, to do a customised ideologian. I can never pronounce that word. Why is that such an issue? Ideologian. Whatever. So he's given me some ideas here. Now this is going to make life a little bit easier. I am planning on losing is fun to offset it. Research very fast. Proselytizing, which make it easy to convert people. These are the base change from default. Execution respective guilty, which kind of makes sense to me. I think that's fair. Lots of things we haven't changed at all. Cannibalism is acceptable. Needs must. Child labour is disapproved. Let kids be kids, as far as I'm concerned. So that's good for me. And I think everything else has been untouched, pretty much. Yep. We've added dance parties because dance parties are the way to go, apparently. some scheduled, some you can do when you like. We've got some relics here, as you'd expect. Some good items here, which I'm looking forward to getting. Noble Architect, Despised Neolithic, which is kind of makes sense. Preferred apparel, face masks, button-down shirts, and the rest of it. I haven't touched the appearance. So we're going to go with that. I think that looks quite interesting, and it's going to make life a little bit easier, especially the very fast research. I think this is borderline cheating, but we shall see. It is offset, like I said, by the difficulty level I'm playing on. So we'll see. Looking forward to getting up into the mid-game to end-game research, which I don't do very often, to be honest. So, all right, let's rock and roll. Who's going to be on Mechanita? Good question. I'm inclined to go with somebody that we get off the bat here. Now, Sailin here. Sailin is, well, she's very old. 71. No health issues, but I don't know if that's going to remain. Mercenary Captain. Obviously, everyone's going to be recluse because of the Mechanita trait. Social 15, which is ironic considering that they're recluse. Really? They're super sociable, just they don't like people very much. I get that. I get it. She's 11 melee 6, construction 5, so that's a good minimum. Cooking 6, quite important, I think. These are not bad traits, actually. 58 again. She's kind of getting on a bit. Violet, recluse, sanguine, tortured artist. Not so much. Sanguine's pretty good though. Plus 12, minus 8. So you get plus 4 all the time just from being completely chilled. Alright, Rosie Animal Farmer. Cooking. Oh, I'd like cookies to be. I don't want to suffer from food poisoning the whole time. Incapable of firefighting, that's a straight no. Recluse, Night Owl, Industrious. Not bad stats. Animals 9, medical 8, cooking 0, artery blockage, no, that's not good. One sound, space merchant, construction 10. Okay, that's got my attention. Shooting 8, very good. Construction 10 is going to be absolutely fantastic, especially early game. That's okay. Can't do artistic, can't do medical. Oh, I'm so tempted. This is such a good character. Apart from the fact she can't do medical. Oh, she can't tend her own wounds. That has got to be a no. I'm gutted about that. Recluse, tough, masochist. That's... Oh, okay. Animal 7, cooking 4. That's, I can live with that. Construction 0. They have got bots, though, so that's not too bad. Are they all female, by the way? Yes. No, they're all female apart from the last one. Jono, microbiologist. So what have we got here? Recluse, fast walker, steadfast. Obviously, I didn't say recluse, but yeah. Steadfast is actually really good. Fast walker, good. Shooting 7. This is nice. This is nice. Left arm scratch scar. But other than that, I've got some pretty good stats here. Construction could be better. Burning passion in medical, that'll help. Intellectual, very useful. And everything else is kind of average. As much as I don't want to go for the only male. Oh, that's just not. Apart from one of the, I would have gone for one of the ladies. Had it not been for the fact that construction's at 0 or medical is at 0 or couldn't do it at all, it's going to be Jono. Looks like Jono is our guy. Got a scar, but I think these two are quite nice stats and it's good across the board mostly. Construction could be better. Okay, I think we found our pawn. Oh, but what I need to do, and this I've done this so many times before, is I found a pawn but not dragged him to the top here. Let's just make sure that's done. The amount of times I've done that is unbelievable. Okay, cool. We'll start with the baseliner, and we're looking good. All right, let's go. Here we go. We're starting. Right, ancient danger right in the middle. We've got a reasonably easy to protect area here. The anima tree is not very far away at all, but far away enough for it to not be bothered by any buildings that we're going to do. We've got a dumping pool here for bodies and tox packs and God knows what else. These are about the metal and wood and all the other good stuff around. Buildings to deconstruct, metal deposits, components. We've got 2 mega sloths on the map. Very nice. Okay, I'm good with this. Looks like that is... It looks like an ancient danger, but I've never seen an ancient danger with a bit of steel in the middle, so it's probably not. So it looks like we've got the 1 AD on the map, maybe 2. Not sure. If we're lucky, we have 2, but otherwise 1 is absolutely fine, especially given the location of it, which is right here, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's get going. I'm going to set up the work and the schedule and the drugs and all the rest of it, assignments. So let me just do that now off camera, and I'll be right back. Oh, before I get started, one thing I should add is that I'm using a new mod. It's a UI mod called Designator Shapes, and it enables you to build shapes really easily. So for instance, say I want to build a circle, I do that, click on this, and then I can just make a circle really easily. If you want to fill it in, you can do that as well, but just for kind of wall purposes, it just makes it really easy. You haven't got to plan it out, and it takes ages. And I quite like circles, so I'm going to go with circles this time around, I think. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Okay, that's all taken care of. So we've assigned basically on the drug policies, social drugs, they're going to take only anything on a schedule other than luciferium, which they take if they're addicted, which makes sense. Beer, smoke leaf, joint ambrosia, psychite tea, the rest is prohibited. Basically what they're going to try and do is only if their mood drops below 35% they take tea. If it's worse than that, it's ambrosia, and then as a last resort they'll take smoke leaf. Obviously if they're on smoke leaf they're going to be stoned, and so they're going to be less effective at pretty much everything, although they'll be very happy. Beer they can take every day because obviously beer doesn't really have too much of an effect, and it doesn't have any lasting effects either. Obviously if you just have one beer it's not that big a deal. Outfits I've set to, as usual, you'd expect anything under 51% they'll take off, otherwise they start to get the old debuff. We don't want them to be actually wearing tainted or tainted apparel is just going to be bad, so that's no good. All right, let's get going. So we're going to set up round about here. I have been accused on Discord, it's been quite funny actually, that my bases are quite ugly and there's no planning behind them. And this one's going to be no different, frankly. I'm just going to set up wooden walls, but what I need to do first is... oh, I've got a lift and a constructoid. Okay, brilliant. So we don't have an agri hand, which is a shame, because agri hands do cut down trees. What's it doing there? This is getting evolved here for some reason. Okay, that's relatively straightforward. You can turn off the menu, the designated menu, by using the Alt key. So Alt is on and Alt is off. So that's actually pretty useful. All right, let's get cracking. We need to chop down some trees here in order to get some bits and pieces. The lifter and the constructoid can't do anything just yet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up. Let's set up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll actually use this one of those, and we'll set up a square building. Kind of like that. Now, how do you do it so you don't have to include the top section of the wall, I wonder? Might just do something like that, and then I'll just cancel. There is a smarter way of doing it. I haven't got time now. Let's just get on with it. On a door here, I think. Get a door there. Door on the side. Door over here. A modestly sized building to start off with, I think, would be good. And I'm thinking, give the lifter something to do. Let's just stop part of the stuff in here, I think, just for now. And we can easily stick a roof on this to kind of contain the decaying. So that'll happen. Constructor is doing that. We're chopping trees down. Lovely. Let's get some furniture up. I think a small bed. Beds. Need to chop the trees up. It's raining, which is nice. Yeah, we don't really need steel in here, if I'm being quite honest. Let's get rid of that. We'll leave steel outside. Let's stick a little thing out here. Let's just make that for nothing. Clear all. Steel. Yes. Okay, so we can shift it back again. Beautiful. All right. So, lots to do around here. Lots of metals, lots of plastics, lots of animals. This is great. What's Jono's handling like? 5. Okay, that's not bad. So I'm good with that. Good with that. So looking forward to getting an agri hand. That's one of the first things we're going to get set up here. We're going to build a... Once we get power, we're going to get a mech gestator, get an agri hand on the go. We've got the subcores, we don't need to make any just yet. That's good. Agri hands are absolutely fantastic. They can keep us in wood, and also they can obviously plant and sow, which is awesome. Right, let's get the bed up. Wooden bed, stick it in the corner. And obviously we want a side table as well, end table, sorry. Even though it goes to the side, not at the end. Never really understood that, never mind. That's great. Medicines would be helpful. Mark those up to be harvested. Masterwork. Bed. Oh, well done, Constructoid. You absolute unit. Make things look very happy. Alright, good. Flooring will be welcome, but we've got that now. What temperature is it? 12 degrees centigrade. That's not ideal. 9 degrees outside. It is coming to spring, so I don't think we're going to worry about heating too much. I think for the purposes of... Should we give him his own bedroom for now, or is he going to benefit from having a large... I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's give him a bedroom, his own bedroom for now. I think is probably a nice idea. Whoops. Did I say steel? No. A terrible waste. Let's get that to be wood. Build copy. Yes, do that there, do that there, that there. And a wooden door. Now we can at least make his bedroom nice, if not a little bit tight. Has that been made out of steel? I've made a steel bed and a steel end table. Huh. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Never mind. Okay, what's next? So Jono is sleeping. Why is he sleeping? Jono, sleep in your lovely bed next to the masterwork. Outside in the rain, nonetheless, as well. All right. Well, we need to get some tape. We have got any wood left? Do have. Let's get a little wooden table up. Get out here. Looks very pleasant. We need to get some flooring down as well. Also, we need a light. Do a torch lamp. A couple of torch lamps. The only downside of this course is bedroom is going to be cold. Let's stick in a quick vent, which we can then take down later on to get back. This is the slow bit, is just getting enough wood. to get all this set up. I could use the metal. I'm kind of loath to. We're going to use a lot of metal coming up soon, so I'd rather hang on to that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a power up straight away because we need an aggro hand. We can't have Jono spending all his time chopping trees down. Let's get a power up. Where are we? Power. We're looking at a wood fire generator because it makes the most sense. We're gonna. These things can't be moved, so they've got to be placed a little bit carefully. I'm going to pop it. We're going to expand. Stick it there for now. Let's get that. Let's get this area roofed. That was done this again, hasn't it? Let's turn that off, shall we? Let's get that roofed. Don't need to roof these bits. That's gonna be pointless to do that. All right. And then by doing that, we're then going to set up the mech gestator in here, which don't take up a lot of power. It doesn't take up. They don't take up a lot of power, not it don't. Terrible grammar. Some lights would be good though. Got some lights. Lights would be really nice. Okay, got the power. We're gonna get the gestator up. Gestate a aggro hand, which will help us chop down the tree so we can get Jono to focus on other things. Now, what about rich soil? That's the wrong button. Rich soil. Not loads of it. A little patch here, a little patch here. That'd be good just for now, for the kind of early days. He's on his own. He's got 35 meals. That's what, 17 days worth of food. Let's get a couple of zones up here then. Growing zone. Let's turn that back on just for now. I think growing zone here would be quite nice. Ancient danger. Yep, no kidding. I'm surprised it hasn't triggered earlier than that, actually. Oops. That's a bit ugly. Yeah. Never mind. I would fine tune it, but I can't be bothered. Just do that. Price is fine. Ancient danger. This one here? Yeah, obviously. Okay. How are we doing with this? We are doing okay. Boom. Outstanding. Right, gestate. I need you to resurrect light mechanoids. Do that forever. I need you to gestate an agri hand. Conscious we don't have any militors yet, but I think we're okay for now. Now, Jono, did we land with a weapon? Jono has landed with a masterwork biocoded also pistol. Okay. Very good. Right, so while Jono's sleeping, the constructoids could be doing something. Now, what am I looking at here? So we've got the lifter. Okay, so what the constructoids can start doing is they can start deconstructing this stuff here. Give them something to do, and also this stuff here. And we can bring the floor up here as well. So remove the floor. Gives us some raw materials for the morning. Right, floors. Let's get some flooring down. What is it like in here? Awful. What's it like in here? Awful as well. Okay, that needs cleaning. Some wooden floors. I'm inclined to make this a happy area. Let's just do that for now. And let's get some stools up as well. Wooden stools. Maybe not. One thing I didn't do is this is a smithing task. I need to make sure that he does that as a focus. Oops, wrong way. I need Jono to do smithing, not lifting. Where has he gone? Okay, loading mechgestation resources. Perfect. So it needs metal and... Gosh, very hard to select. So it needs 50 steel, 1 basic subcore. Okay, that's fine. Area revealed. What have we got? Nothing very special. So he's assisting with that, and that's all great and all. Is there no more wood to chop down? It's constructing higher than plant cutting, looks like it is. Let's keep you off that just for a second. I want you to chop trees down until we get the agri hand out. The agri hand's going to come out 2.4 days. Plant cutting 2, constructing 3. I'm actually alright with that. It means that if there's not enough resources, then you'll do some constructing. And also the constructoid can construct and do the floor as it is. Have I misclicked again? Grief. Alright, never mind, never mind. Okay. So the food situation's okay. It's just really wood that we are struggling with right now. Components, right. Another masterwork. Wow. Again, I made it out of steel. Wait a minute. Steel end table. Did I miss... What? Did I misclick again? Oh, was that... That was an old message. Huh, it was visitors that popped up, not the masterwork that I'd forgotten to get rid of. Okay, so we've got a couple of visitors arriving. What have they got on them? They've got on... Okay, interesting stuff. Got some beer. Nothing that I'm really that interested in. Did I start with medicine? I do, but not a lot. Actually, we just started with that and we've harvested that. Okay, that's cool. Jono, where are you? You're deconstructing over here. Okay, that's fine. What I'd like to do is get some batteries going. Researching is probably a really good idea right now. So batteries is key. Once we've got the agri hand up, I'm going to start focusing Jono on researching. So maybe getting a research bench is probably the right thing to do now. So simple research bench. I'd like to make it out of wood if possible. Not steel. Although we have got a lot of steel around, but things with steel is that Jono has to mine that. We don't have a robotic miner, not at this basic level anyway. There are miners, but that's on the next level of mining, which is a shame. So mining is something that's going to be very manual. Now what I'll do is I will focus... The other constructor is something to do. I am going to deconstruct this area here because this is looks like it's steel. Is that steel? Yeah, it's steel, which is good. So let's deconstruct all of this good stuff. This will be fantastic. I'm going to leave the steles just for now because they do need those to meditate at potentially as we move forward. As a last resort, let's remove the floor there. Okay, right. So John, I want to focus him on constructing rather than deconstructing, but I'd like him to plant cut actually as a focus. So let's just get him to do plant cutting because we are completely out of wood. Cutting oak tree. There we go. Alright. A little bit boring to start off with, all this kind of basics, but it is what it is. Lots of components for now, but we're going to get through that quite quickly. Oh, he's growing now. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because we get some trees as a byproduct. How quickly are we getting through these buildings? Mad rat. Huh, okay. So let's... I know these guys don't have very strong melee attacks. The aggro hand has got a better attack, but I'd rather they protect Jono. There it is. Beautiful. Good shooting, my friend. Right, get everyone off draft. And carry on doing what they were doing. If there's going to take that there. I don't like this guy hanging about, but I lack the firepower to do anything about this cougar, so I'm hoping he's just friendly. For now. Alright. Another day goes by. These alpacas could be useful. I need to get more people. ASAP. Alright. As soon as the aggro hand comes out, things will get much easier. The wood chopping and sourcing will get taken care of. Alright. I don't think we've got another AD on this map that I can see, unless it's completely hidden. They do tend to not completely hide themselves, but I can't see anything on here. So, one AD is what it is. Quite a big one. And then we can expand into here, which would be nice. So temperature in here is 23 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer than I'd want. Yeah, minor pain. Scratch scar. Okay. Alright, so got group 1, group 2. Got bandwidth for 9. Got 2, and 1's cooking, as it shows here. So even when it's cooking, it uses bandwidth. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so the lifter's happily bringing back all the blocks and stuff while we're taking care of this. It's taking a long time to deconstruct all of this stuff. What's Jono up to? Consuming package survival meal. Do you know, we actually put the package survival meals in here, I think, just for ease, just for speed. Stockpile zone, stockpile it. Let's just make that important. Clear all, but put meals in here. So that'll get moved. Let's get the rice in, finally. Rice is down. Did I mark this as a rice zone? I don't think I did. Okay, so he's back to chopping trees, which is good. Get some heal root. It's never a bad thing. Now, these chop orders have been a little bit haphazard, so I'm going to move them from there, and I'm going to move it to kind of nearer the base instead. Alright, 12 hours on the gestation. Fantastic. The aggro hand is going to make a huge amount of difference. I might just state a second, actually. Second aggro hand is going to be very, very useful. Because we need constant amounts of wood to start off with. Running this generator for a start, just until we get a little bit more self-sufficient cargo pods right next to me. That's very nice. Oh wow, awesome, 33 meals. Well, that makes putting a kitchen in kind of less important. I get a storage area built now. That's it. Bring the meals in. Fantastic, fantastic. Now this stuff being outside is not ideal, so I want to get, let's expand this stockpile actually. Expand that stockpile so we can get the meals brought in from here to inside, and also medicine as well. Let's set up a medicine patch, stockpile zone, get some medicines in here. Important, manufactured, medicines, donk. Alright, so I move those moved inside. Do these they decompose as well? Wow, okay. Let's get those moved inside. Just one pile is going to be necessary. Let's just pause, otherwise it's going to start getting filled up. And that's going to be sub-core, basic sub-cores. Okay, so we should start moving this stuff out here and into here. Everything else is non-perishable, so that's good. Alright, 3 hours on the mech gestation. Fantastic. He's got a mediocre bedroom, and out here is awful because it's dirty. So I'm thinking maybe get a clean sweep at this point. Probably isn't necessary, I don't think. So that's complete. Jono will do that when he gets up. Let's line up a second one. What else have we got? Constructoid. Do you need a second constructoid just yet? Probably not. I think a second agri hand is probably going to be useful, I think, for now. And then let's get a Militor kind of further on down the pitch. Alright. Okay. We're off to a flying start. Now, I need to plan out where my kitchen freezer is going to go. I also have a habit of hemming myself in, which I don't like doing. So I think, let's just quickly look at this as well. So no overhead mounting, so no insect issues. Right, let's zoom out and look at my options for defence. So this is quite a nice sort of defensible area. A couple of perimeter walls, kill box maybe. I think we're looking good. Let's, okay, I'm going to plan out where my kitchen and storage is going to go, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I think we pretty much planned out what I want to do, and it's looking good. This is about as far as I plan, and as much as I plan. So this is the hospital, the Red Cross. This is the prison area, because I'm trying to do with the kind of the orangey, you know, prison bed kind of colour. This is going to be the storeroom, and of course we can expand that outwards. This is going to be, well, L means either library or the laboratory. Probably the laboratory. They haven't really introduced the concept of books yet into Rimworld. Interesting. Maybe that's something that could come. Maybe that's the L in Rimworld. They're going to do a library expansion. Then you can have the kitchen and butchery here, and the kind of freezer here. And again, this can be expanded. We're going to put in a wind turbine there with solar panels. We can kind of make this into an area, and geothermal will go here eventually. So basically, we're going to kind of, you know, perimeter this, perimeter that. Up here as well, probably somewhere along here. And yeah, that's all looking good. I think we're going to leave it there for this first episode. Made some reasonable progress. Going to get a lot easier once we do get the agri hand, because we can make stuff out of wood quite quickly. We've actually got in quite a lot of stone blocks, so I might actually do stones, certainly on the outer walls where I can, and also the inner dividing wall, so fires, if they sort of start here, they won't spread over here very easily. I'm going to try and make the door, I was going to say make doors out of metal, but of course metal catches fire in Rimworld, doesn't it? So maybe making doors out of stone, these maybe internal doors here. I don't know, anyway. So this is going to be a corridor, a 3 wide corridor, because 3 wide corridors are very good. And we'll probably have a door on the end here as well. Let me just pop that in to remind myself. And I think we're done for the first episode. All right. very good. I'm happy with this progress, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I think we're off to a good start, and I'm looking forward to getting underway with the Mechanitor. So anyway, again, apologies for the previous series. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be back as soon as I can. In the meantime, this is Bug, pulling the plug.